wala be jaw ko talo ande nano senalo ma ande nana juuno ma ande nana juuno ma ya ba janu cha wala titora a wara ngi ngarar
boy tam mo ngor problème de
le problème aw be kanyo so
Mamadou bulem de police jalo jar rek professeur fo jitu
police ku je jam to wala be kanyo so
no ka mo ak comme rek dem rek ma
njabalo on di police yo yeti ende kanifing abu agara ma ngomdo apul akoto ngom omuto
aw kul se
no ngi bere ko ngi ko kul
luwal ni miregu mena programme tablom pour mo bëgna kullu nano san bara nya pop mangolen kani muyu uli tu fo kana tukon ngol no jamora ngol no rambe no ra ne programme nan la ko me tonge duduna na yolo lawla pe tambe ana la ko mu sof kanyane ke mbaw manjana manyume na ngole mu regam wala wan manyu fa ngole kam kana mun kullu ni kolombo di Abdoulaye Badji man ko kammi wala Abdou ji jobe baabe mbaade ji won kom di 3655681 no joji ke stiare sanji bajumi sitari nga sanji bajumi si masala sanu bajumi wa man me pang renken bu kana di sam kana man ko ngole ko finten sigire sole bu gala ban ko bajun tudi ko fo di bigte boli di pour tati no jewe rew tati de programme ti kamiko jamaat no sal an manyo me Ali Fati afati ko nako mbo no sala pop Cheikh Boy Jamme Mamoudou Sofolan de programme e jete ko ndaan manyo tala Sofolan jak pop de masne ba manyo ngol jafara ajaratu Fatou Jiba Jamme Yasin ko jiba ko jaabi wal ko de safi fan muy tuno salo sal bernay sana la ko de programme be do ko yende jo emite chamu abaraka.
Good evening, viewers, and welcome to this panel discussion. I'm your host, Edna Musu, and with me in the studios tonight to talk about what FLAG is doing, I have on my immediate right, Satan Nabali, coordinator of FLAG, and on my immediate left, I have Falu Sow from Social Welfare, and last but not the least, I have Hadi Dande Jabi, Vice President of FLAG. Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to the panel discussion.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, tonight we'll be talking about FLAG, what they're doing, and the forthcoming 16 days of activism. And they're here to talk to you about the programs, the activities they have lined up for this program. First of all, we'll start with Hadi Dande Jabi, the Vice President of FLAG, who will tell us briefly about FLAG.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. FLAG is a non-political and a non-governmental, non-profit making organization. It was founded by female lawyers in the profession. We founded it in 2006, and glad to say that we've grown over the years, and we've had donors who've come in to actually support some of the programs and help us implement on issues of promoting rights of women and children, and also now we have the 16-day activism that's coming up. The 16-day activism is more to do with GBV, which is gender-based violence, and as you know, there's a theme going around now all over the world on the elimination of all forms of violence against women and children. And we believe that if there is peace and harmony in the household, in the community, there'll be peace all over. The men will be happy, the women will be happy, the children will grow in a better environment. So FLAG is really fighting for this. Thank you.
Okay, Satan, I'll come to you. What inspired you to come together to fight this cause, the cause of women?
Thank you very much, and good evening to all the viewers. And
just in addition to what the Vice President said, FLAG is made up of female lawyers, and the idea behind FLAG is that as legal practitioners, they also owe it to women and children in order to advocate for their rights, because at the end of the day, before you can even claim for your rights, you need to know your rights. And so what FLAG does is we do a variety of things, and one of the main things we do is we advocate and lobby for legislation that protects women's rights and children's rights. We've been actively involved in the enactment of the Women's Act of 2010, the enactment of the Children's Act of 2005, and currently we're also lobbying for the enactment of both the Domestic Violence Bill and the Sexual Offences Bill. On the other hand as well, we also do a lot of training for security, for National Assembly members, for other stakeholders as well in terms of these laws and legislation. And one of the flagship in FLAG, and what we do, which is actually unique in FLAG, is the fact that we actually provide legal services, including legal representation. We run a legal aid clinic at our secretariat next to GRA. So we have women and girls especially who cannot afford legal services. They come into the clinic, they give their complaints, and we represent them in court. So these are some of the things that we do, and as legal practitioners, FLAG members deemed it necessary that they also owed it to women and children to also do their little own part. You know, everybody needs to do it. It's a collective responsibility, so that's what we do at FLAG.
Okay, where did you get this inspiration to come together and fight the cause of women? That's what I'm not getting from what.
Okay, I guess the inspiration comes from two. One is the reason, as I said, all the members in FLAG are actually women. So the inspiration is that they are women who are actually already empowered, know their rights, and they feel that they also owe it to other women who cannot claim their rights because either they are uneducated or because they cannot afford the services of a legal lawyer or services for they cannot afford the services of a lawyer in case of their rights being violated. So as FLAG members, the idea was that since we have the opportunity to be educated and to be able to represent other women, this is the idea behind FLAG, that we're not just women, but we're also women who are already human rights defenders, who are ready to defend the rights of both women and children, especially girls as well. And we also, you know, we do not forget the male folk, but our focus is on women and children.
Do you want to come in? You want to add up?
Well, what Satang has said has hit the nail on the head. Basically, the reason why FLAG exists is because, one, we have an obligation to society. And as educated women, we feel that since we think we know more than most of them do, we have a right to be in front and lead them. Because we believe that if we lead, the others will follow and will set examples in society.
Okay, follow, where does social welfare come into all this?
If I may introduce him, social welfare are very good partners of FLAG.
Okay.
And in general, they help us a lot because they refer certain matters to us. And when we need to know more information, we contact them, and they're always there willing to help, and they always give us the information we need. So follow.
Thank you very much, Edna, and good morning, viewers. I think the Department of Social Welfare has been playing very crucial roles when it comes to protecting the rights and welfare of the most vulnerable people in our society. And when we say the most vulnerable people, of course, women and children are among those ones, and especially women who are not educated, who are poor, and also children. So in that line, we partner very well with FLAG to fight the cause for the protection of the rights and welfare of women and children in this country. However, the 16 days activism that we're going to talk about today, it begins from the 25th of November, which is known as the International Day for the elimination of violence against women, and also it would end on the 10th of December, which is the Human Rights Day. So between these 2 dates, you have 16 days, and that's why it's called 16 days activism. So in the Gambia, under the coordination of the Network Against Gender-Based Violence, FLAG, the Department of Social Welfare, Women's Bureau, Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, Justice, many organizations, and as well as civil society organizations, comes together to see what to do during these 16 days to ensure that we raise awareness of the public on issues affecting